Hey, I just saw the movie based on the book, The Circle by Dave Eggers, and I just feel this need. I have this need to have a discussion about it. The movie unnerved me in a lot of ways, and it really pissed me off. It brought up a lot of questions, a lot of and it didn't really have any answers either, and I don't know what the message was. I don't know if the message that the author was trying to get across was that we need to totally give up our privacy in this day and age, or it was a warning against that. Because I certainly can see, and listen, if you're here to hear a review about the movie, that's not what this is. This is a discussion. Yes, if we have constant surveillance, that can prevent things like kidnappings, that can protect people, stop terrorism. A lot of positive things can happen, but there's something about giving up your privacy completely that just bothers me. And there are some people, I've seen some discussions online where they're like pro giving up privacy just to be protected and feel secure. And that really makes me sick. And I feel like in this day and age, I can see us going that way. In this movie, these people at this place called The Circle, they were like a cult, and like nobody in the audience at The Circle had the thought like, WTF? What the hell are they doing? This isn't right. Something's wrong here. None of them. They just full force believed in it, and they wanted to go that way. They wanted to go the route of no privacy and everybody knowing what you're doing all the time. I don't want anybody to see me taking a crap. And in the movie, they were given 3 minutes to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry not to be gross, and I realize this is giving away something personal, but sometimes I can't take a 3-minute crap. Okay? Especially when you're sick. So, what? Were they saying that if you were in there longer than 3 minutes, they got to see you do that? That's just disgusting. And then all the perverts out there, woo! They would have a field day. I think there's much more negative than there is positive in having constant surveillance and being watched all the time, and people can see everything that you do. I know that there are a lot of attention whores out there, but think about it. I mean, that's just like, can you really be on all the time? Because, like, I feel like if I was being watched constantly, I'd forget at first, and they'd see me, like, picking my nose or scratching my ass or something like that. And I don't really want people to see me like that. They say that when you're under surveillance, the argument is that you're going to be 100% honest, and you're going to be, who you are, and it's going to keep you in line, and that'll be good for us. Could we please think about that for a moment? What? I seriously do not know if this movie was pro taking away privacy, or it was trying to show the dangers of it. And the stupid leading woman, I don't even know why she made the decision that she made at the end. Yeah, in the movie, spoiler alert, muted if you don't want to hear this part, at the end, she does manage to stick it to a few douchebags, but she also sticks it to the world at the end. And there's like absolutely no privacy whatsoever. My husband's like, well, we're almost to that point now. Look at YouTube. Look at social media. Yeah, I know. And I just feel like, and I'm not talking about any of my fellow booktubers, I swear to God, I've found that since I've joined BookTube, there are so many nice people. But like I heard somebody saying on another channel that everybody's so into social media they would rather have social media contacts than face-to-face human contact. Well, yeah, you have douchebag a-holes out in the world face-to-face. But I find that there's more douchebaggery and evil going on behind the computer. Because people can say what they want because it's just behind a computer. I feel like social media tends to bring out the worst in people. Not BookTube. BookTube is like the first community that I've, come across where everybody is really nice and down to earth and seemingly genuine. I mean, there might be a few phony people, but everybody seems genuine in my opinion. But elsewhere on social media, like all over the place, it's just like a hive of evil, and I'm not being over dramatic. I mean, I can't believe the things people say on social media, the way they act, the way they behave, their ideals, their morals, how they're like so uncaring about what they say. So I don't understand why people would rather be on social media than out in the world with human contact. Because it seems like there's worse people all over the internet and all over the web. That's just what I've come across. I mean, really, really horrible, god-awful people. And yes, I'm being judgmental. Okay? I have my own views and my own issues. And I'm not talking about people who like just have a different opinion than I do. I'm talking about people that their opinion borders on, chaos. I mean, the people that threaten to murder people, that threaten people's family online, the people that go and they try to quote-unquote dox people. I'm not even sure that I know what that means. I kind of have an idea. I don't know why you would do that. And if that many people are capable of doing that, why aren't they out in the working world, working for the government or whatever? There seems to be a lot of people that are smart enough to go and hack into people's personal lives on the internet, and they're just doing it just privately, like that. And I guess I'm naive, but I mean, surely they could be doing other things than that. It just seems like they're out to get people and make people's lives miserable and make people paranoid. But you know what? When you're online, everything's out there. I mean, people can get your information, and that's all there is to it. We're not to the point yet where the movie The Circle was, but I can see it getting that way because I've met a lot of real idiots online and people that have no morals and are just... And then you have the people that are willing to jump on any bandwagon and follow anything blindly. You've met these people. You know who I'm talking about. Okay? If you think that I'm talking about you, then you must be one of these people that likes to go hurt other people online. And then you've got the people that, find that kind of thing fun. That's what they do as a hobby for their own enjoyment, because I guess they're like miserable. And everybody has the freedom. I mean, hey, you can go and you can dislike what you want to dislike. Go troll if you want to. You might think that kind of thing's harmless, but, I've read about people who have killed themselves, committed suicide over, quote-unquote, trolling that people think is so funny and enjoyable, and they're like, man up! What kind of a pussy are you if you can be bullied online? Okay, that's fine. Well, you must be the type of person that does that then. I mean, do we not have any sympathy in our society today? I'm just wondering, do we not have any emotions for other people other than ourselves? Because, you know what? I've noticed that if you do, if you show any kind of emotion or sympathy or anything, you're just a pussy. You're just a wuss. I don't know, so does it mean that you're a decent human being if you go around being cruel to people and hurting other people? So, you know, I'm too sensitive because I'm a nice person and I don't like to harass other people or put other people down because I don't like it when I see other people do that. I mean, if you're going to be on the internet, you have to see that kind of thing all the time. But what I'm getting at is that I can see these type of people following this kind of thing blindly, and then look what kind of society we would have. I mean, I guess the book and the movie did its job making me think this way. But when I think about it, I get really scared because I see what's out there in the world. And I think, yeah, people would probably fall for this. Now, what I didn't get, what I thought was really dumb in the movie, another spoiler alert, mute it, was that none of these people had the brains to think, well, if these people that are running this think that everybody's lives should be put out there, why aren't they putting all their information out there? Why aren't they doing it? Why does it have to be just us? I thought that was kind of dumb. But then, like I said, I see the way people think and behave in this world, and I see the way people think and behave online, and it could happen. I do not want our world to become that way. I mean, we do need our privacy. But, you know, within reason, I do believe that surveillance can really, really help us. But I don't feel like we need to go too far with it. I mean, everybody needs privacy. And the movie was trying to make it out like people who didn't want their lives broadcast 24/7 for everybody to see were like disturbed or were part of the criminal element. And I just didn't. And it also touched on how one person can say something online with no proof whatsoever, and then suddenly everybody will like believe it and jump on that person. Like there was a scene in that movie, another spoiler, there was a scene in that movie where somebody decided to say that this one friend of the leading lady was a deer killer and was killing deers to make his art, and that wasn't true at all. I mean, not even close. He wasn't killing animals or anything. But they were threatening him. They were trying to get his, you know, what he did shut down, his place of business shut down. They were, you know, he was getting death threats. They were calling him, you know, deer killer. And it wasn't even true. It was just a few people said it and everybody believed it. It's amazing how everybody just blindly believes everything and how everybody is an expert these days on everything. So, you know, this really got me thinking about these things, and, you know, it even got me kind of depressed, I hate to say. I hope that our world doesn't go this way. And I wasn't bringing up all those negative things about websites and being online to like whine and complain and cry about it, because it is what it is, it's there. I was bringing that up as examples to show you, hey, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm referring to. I mean, people hide kind of behind the computer. I mean, if you think about it, you know, maybe if it ever got to the point that it was in that movie, all of these people that, you know, give death threats and all of this too, you could find out all the information you need about them and go hunt them down face to face. I mean, it just would be a disaster. You know, and that's another thing. I could get into another discussion about, you know, what is freedom of speech really? How far should freedom of speech, you know, be allowed? We need to have freedom of speech. We need to have that, I know it. But are you free to stand up in a building and yell fire and cause mass chaos and people to get trampled to death? See what I'm saying with that? It's all about human nature, what humans do and how they manipulate these kinds of ideas. But I don't know if any of you out there have had these thoughts about the internet. Maybe it's just me, but I figured, what the heck? I'm thinking about this. This movie had me on edge and was kind of like annoying me because I could see that happening. And I thought, well, maybe I'll try to like put it out there and see what other people think about this. Maybe nobody will even see this video. Maybe nobody even gives a shit. But, I mean, I want you all out there who are watching, which you all might just be 2 people for all I know. But think about what it would be if everything in your life was broadcast. I mean, would that be an enjoyable world? Maybe we wouldn't give a shit if people saw us taking a shit, if it was commonplace and everybody could see it. Okay, well, I know that people don't like to watch 3-hour videos, so I'm going to cut this short, and I hope that I made some kind of sense, and that, you know, some people will want to make comments and discuss this with me. If not, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, at least I got to say my piece to the camera anyway. Alrighty. Bye-bye.